blows my mind that this movie turns 40 years old today. 40 years old. Great Scott! So, Back to the Future was released in 1985, directed by Robert Zemeckis, and stars Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd as Marty McFly and Doc Brown. And in Back to the Future, Marty McFly is accidentally sent 30 years into the past to the year 1955 in a time-traveling DeLorean. And as a result of him accidentally preventing the meeting of his future mom and his dad, this one prevention of this event threatens his own existence. Before I continue on with today's video, I just want to say welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming back to my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss a feature video, whether it's a feature review, reaction, top 5, top 10, or whatever I've coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, you are not going to miss the cool stuff I have coming your way. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, by the way, welcome back, everybody. You have no idea how happy I am to see your faces once again. And let's also start our conversation below as well. What do you guys think of Back to the Future? Do you guys just like the film? Do you love the film? Where does this film rank amongst your favorite films? To ask an even better question, what is your favorite quote from Back to the Future? Let me know below. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Back to the Future.
Excellent!
Man, this movie, guys, Back to the friggin' future, man. In case if you just clicked on this video, my review of Back to the Future, and if you somehow did not see the title of this video, the title of this video says Back to the Future is a perfect movie. And yes, that is not me trying to get views, that's not a clickbaity title. I absolutely mean that Back to the Future is a perfect movie. This is a movie that I have seen multiple upon multiple times in my life, and the more I see it, not only the better it gets, but it's a movie where I pick up on something new every single time I see this movie. For those of you who don't love Back to the Future or don't even think it's a good film, I'm just gonna say this. Opinions are subjective, completely understandable, but just know I might be silently judging you right now, and I might also be thinking this in my head right now.
Get the fuck out of here!
Cause seriously, guys, I have not met a singular person in all my years of living who doesn't at least think that this movie is a good movie. If you don't like this movie, you know what? I want to medicinally know why you don't like this movie, because it truly baffles me how one person can really dislike Back to the Future. It really does. And you want to know how big of a cultural significance that Back to the Future has had on pretty much everything since its release in 1985? In Universal Studios, the Orlando location, there was a Back to the Future ride. Speaking of which, to Universal, that was probably the singular dumbest move that you made to replace this move and give it to The Simpsons. Now, no disrespect to The Simpsons. The Simpsons is one of the greatest shows, one of the greatest cartoons, one of the greatest animated shows ever created. No disrespect, but come on, guys. The Simpsons, when I first wrote on it, or the first couple of times I wrote it, it's a fun ride. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a fun ride, but man, that ride has aged not very well. If you replace The Simpsons and put back in Back to the Future, but just update just a tad bit, like just upgrade it, renovate it, all that kind of stuff, but just keep everything that made that ride the special ride that it is, I can guarantee this, guys. Put back in Back to the Future, those lines at Universal Studios will be hours, I mean hours long. My latest rewatch of this movie was a few days ago, and I started the movie just before 2:30 a.m. And keep this in mind, the movie is just below 2 hours long. This movie is so damn entertaining, it is so engaging, it is so thrilling, and it's so exhilarating that I almost went to bed just past 4:30 that night. Back to the Future is just such an engaging movie that there is no single scene that is skippable. Like, every scene has its purpose in this movie. One of the biggest reasons why this movie is still great after so many years later is because of all the performances. All of the performances in this movie are fantastic, but even more so, they're iconic. And to say even more so, they are so iconic that each character in this movie has at least one line that is quotable. And that brings me on to the next thing that's just an add-on to what I'm about to say. This movie is one of the most quotable films to exist.
Who's president of the United States in 1985?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, the actor?
So you're my Uncle Joey. Better get used to these bars, kid.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Sorry, that's John F. Kennedy Drive.
Who the hell is John F. Kennedy?
1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott!
What the hell is a gigawatt?
Back to the Future is one of the most quotable movies of all time. All the performances in this movie are fantastic, and there is a single one that sounds like a sore thumb, and not to mention as well, even Huey Lewis himself gives a cameo in this movie. Huey fucking Lewis during the band shot when he says,
Hold it, fellas. I'm afraid you're just too darn loud.
iconic, and once again, quotable. And not only is this movie entertaining, but it's also a movie that has a lot of intelligence. It's also a smart movie that does have its own rules. And not to mention as well, it's a movie that has things where people start places, and it has actually complete arcs for people, even though there are 2 other sequels. But regardless, guys, this is a movie where characters do have arcs that start and finish. And not to mention it as well, something else I gotta mention is that there are details, small details, that I can guarantee to you all, even for those of you who have seen the movie probably a billion times in your life, I can guarantee to y'all, if you do a new rewatch of this film, guarantee you will find a brand new detail that you haven't even noticed before. Another reason why this movie is so great and such a wonderful film is because it effortlessly and seamlessly weaves together a bunch of genres. Back to the Future isn't just a great sci-fi film, it's a great drama, it's a great comedy, at times it's even a great romance film, it's a great action film, it's an adventure. Back to the Future is one of those rare films that effortlessly blends and seamlessly weaves them together all these genres to create a movie, an experience of a movie that has clearly, I mean clearly, has lived 40 years and is still talked about amongst not only casual film fans, but by hardcore film buffs to this day. Back to the Future, from start to finish, is a thrilling movie. I mean, this movie is constantly entertaining, it's constantly exhilarating, but most of all, there are so many bits that are not only iconic of this movie, but they leave you, well, to say the least, they leave you feeling good. One of my favorite bits of this movie, especially my latest rewatch, is when George McFly knocks out Biff. Oh my god. That one scene, I could only imagine how audiences, especially the first audiences, when they saw, oh my god, I would have loved to have been part of that audience. Something else that I gotta talk about as well, and it's easily one of the more iconic moments in this movie, or things I should say throughout this movie, and that is Alan Silvestri's score. Alan Silvestri's score for Back to the Future is, without a doubt, no questions asked, one of the greatest film scores ever composed. I can guarantee what I'm saying is nothing new, as I'm just contributing my voice as to why I absolutely adore this movie with every fiber of my being, and why I truly believe that why it is not only one of the greatest films ever made, why I believe it's a masterpiece, and why I believe this movie is a, in all capitals, a perfect movie. And especially the main theme to this movie, I mean, come on! There are many aspects about this movie that I could go into right now, but all I'm gonna say is this. I fucking love Back to the Future. Moving on. So overall, Back to the Future isn't just an incredible film, it isn't just a phenomenal film, and it's not just a masterpiece. There is one word that I can use to describe Back to the Future, and this one word it suits this movie to the T, and that is this. Back to the Future is a perfect movie, enough said. All in all, I'm gonna give Back to the Future without a freaking doubt a 6 out of 5. Back to the Future is one of my favorite films of all time. It's one of those movies that every time I sit down, I have to watch the entire thing and I still feel like a kid every time I see this movie. It's one of those films you need to see at least once, maybe even twice in your life. Go see this movie! I hope you all enjoyed my review of Back to the Future. If so, please hit the like button, or if you dislike this review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review video goes live, I will see you all next time.